So today we are starting the next lecture that is about users of financial statements. So as we have studied in the previous lecture that the management of the organization will be responsible for the preparation of financial statements, and management will provide the statements to the users, and user will use those statements for their economic decision making. Now those users are also called stakeholders of the organization. So what do you mean by stakeholder? Stakeholder mean any individual or any other entity which influence the organization or influenced by the organization. Mean it's a two-way process. Organization is influencing them or they are influencing the organization. So for example, customer. Now customer can affect the organization. How customer can affect the organization? If customer is making a decision that we know more when to purchase from the specific organization, so organization profit will be affected. In the same way, the organization will affect the customer. So if organization make a decision that we are going to close down our business, so customer will no more be able to purchase goods from that organization. So it means stakeholder will be any person or any organization which is influencing the organization or organization is influencing them. Are you listening me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I'm moving on. Now we have a different users of the financial statement, and as we have studied that every user will have its own needs. Every user will have its own needs. Now to fulfill those needs, they may use the complete set of financial statement or they may use a specific portion of the financial statement to make their economic decision. So now we are moving to the different users. So first of all, we have the investors.
Yeah.
Investor include both. Investor include both creditors and owners.
Owners.
So creditor mean those party which have provided the loans to the organization or those party which will provide the loans to the organization. Mean they have provided it already or they are planning to provide it to the organization. So both will come in this category. Same for the owners. The existing owners or potential owners mean those investors who are planning to invest in a company in the form of shares or invest in organization in the form of partner in case of partnership. So when investors are making a decision, they will use the financial statement. Based on that thing, they will make a decision how much investment we should make in the organization if they are potential investor, or if they are existing investor, they will assess the organization whether the return the organization providing to us, whether it is acceptable or not. So for those decisions, they will use different statement. So first of all, the existing investor or the potential investor, they will show interest in the profitability of the organization. The more profitable the organization is, the more investor will be willing to invest in the organization, or investor will be willing to keep their investment in the organization. So profitability is providing the security to them that whether their investment are secure or not. If organization is loss making, so it's a risk and it is the indication for the investor that they should withdraw their investment, or it may be the indicator for the potential investor to not invest in the organization. So how they will know about the profitability of organization? So in a financial statement, they will use the statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income to assess the profitability or performance, financial performance of the organization. Or you can say for this thing SPL as an income statement. So they will use the income statement to assess the profitability situation of the organization. Another thing, security of investment. So one thing that investor will find out whether our investment is secure or not will be through profitability. Another thing, how the organization is converting its profit into the cash. This thing is very important. If company is in a profit and company cannot convert the profit into cash, so the company cannot tell to the investor that we have a profit but we don't have any cash, so invest in our company. Converting of profitability into cash is very important, one thing. So why it is important? So when company is operating, company will be using the money of owners, shareholder, and they will also using the money of creditors. So the money of creditor will not be for a limited time period. Creditor will normally provide the money for a specific time period. After that time period, the company will be liable to pay the amount back to the creditors. Now, so if company don't have a cash, it means they may not fulfill their dues on time. So if they cannot fulfill dues on time, the investor will not invest in the organization. Mean the creditor will not invest in the organization. They may not give loan to the company, or they may start filing case against the company that we have already given money to the company but they are unable to pay it back. So this thing is very important, that when company have a profit, the profit should be converted into cash, and this thing called solvency. When company have a profit and to convert it into cash, this thing will call solvency position, and this thing will be assessed through the statement of cash flow. So statement of cash flow is providing the information to the user that how much cash company has at start of the period, what changes occur during the year, and what is the closing cash position. Through that statement, the investor will assess what will be the future cash position of the company, whether they will pay their dues on time or not. Another thing that is very important, that is that investor will assess in the financial statement, that is financial strength. Financial strength mean, or financial position mean, assets, how much assets company has, and in those assets how much investment made by the owners and how much belong to the creditors. The more assets belong to the shareholders, the strong will be the financial position. So it mean financial position mean assets is equal to equity plus liabilities. For example, if asset we have a 10,000, in those 10,000, 7,000 belong to the equity and 3,000 belong to the liabilities. It means company has a strong financial position. Why? The amount of investment in the assets made by the shareholder is more than amount of investment made by the creditor. If it is like the total asset 10,000, 4,000 belong to the shareholder, 6,000 belong to the outsider.
Liability.
So company have a weak financial position. Now if you look here, the creditor portion is more than owner portion. So as we have studied that creditor will only invest for a specific time period. They will demand the money after the completion of that period. Clear? So if the liability amount is more than equity, it means that when the finished or completed, the company will have to pay the amount back to the creditor. If company is paying amount back to the creditor, it means they are de-investing. So when de-investment is coming, the scope of activity will be affected. Clear? And if scope of activity is affecting, the profitability will be affecting. It means automatically the whole situation will change. Now from here, we have found out that three factors are very important for the investors. One is profitability, that will be find out through statement of profit or loss. Another one is solvency, that will find through statement of cash flow. Solvency mean whether company will pay its dues on time or not. And third thing that is very important for the investor is financial position. That will be through statement of financial position, or you can say balance sheet. So these three things are very important to the shareholder: profit and creditor, profitability, solvency, and financial position. If company performance is not improving in these three factors, the existing investor will make a decision that we are no more going to invest in the company. Another point, if these three factors are not improving, the potential investor, means those investors who are planning to invest in the company, they will not invest in the company. So these three things are the important factors for the investors. Clear or not?
Yes.
Anyone have a
Clear.
question?
Uh, Teacher, I have one questions. Uh, One is SPL, statement of profit and loss, and another is OCL. What's the meaning?
OCI,
OCI or
other
OCI?
comprehensive income. Other
Other
comprehensive, other comprehensive
comprehensive.
income. Other
Thank you.
comprehensive
Thank you.
income.
In
So what is the
income.
difference between SPL and other comprehensive income? We will study in the upcoming chapter in detail. In simple, I'm going to say it like that. In SPL, we are showing all the realized income and expenses. What is mean by all the realized income? It mean realized mean that the income and expenses resulted cash inflow or cash outflow, or they may result cash inflow or cash outflow in a short period of time. Other
Uh,
comprehensive income are those income and expenses which are unrealized. It means the income is not resulting any cash coming in the short period of time. For example, if market value of our office building is increasing, so it is the income for us. Market value increase, it is a gain for us, but this gain is not in the form of cash coming. It is not resulting any cash inflow. Why? We have not sold something. Why? We have not provided any service. It is gain, but it is unrealized. So therefore, it will be part of other comprehensive income. In detail, we will study in the upcoming chapter. Anyone have
inshallah.
any other question? Should I move on or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So next user we have, that is employees and trade union representatives. So employees and trade union representative are, so what are the needs of employees? So employees are the workers. They are working in the organization for the sake of salaries. Workers working in the organization for the sake of salary, or for the sake of salaries or wages. And what is trade union?
Trade union.
So trade union is the group of organization working in the same industry or sector and working in the same industry or sector and with the aim of overall protection of rights of the organizations who are the members of the union, and it also lay down the customs and practices that must be followed by the members to operate in the industry or sector. So employee workers and trade unions, they are the group of organizations working in the same industry or sector, and the trade union will have an aim to protect the rights of the members, and they will also have a purpose to establish customs and practices, principles that must be followed by the members to operate in the industry. For example, we have a group of organization and they have set their custom that anyone who is operating in this industry, they will have to follow the customs, and custom is like that they should not sell goods on credit. One thing, they should set the fixed price, they should not decrease their selling price from this amount. Clear? They should operate in a specific region, they should not cross those borders. So they will have different customs and practices, and trade union will also do what? They will collect data from all the members and they will analyze those data to provide industry averages, industry benchmarks, so that that can be used by different members for their own decision making. Common example we have in Afghanistan is Afghanistan Banking Association. Clear? So different other association that will be acting as a trade union. Clear or not? Employee and trade union.
عظیم خان استاد وبخښئ دغه
اورم
دغه که په پښتو کې یو ځل د تشریح کې
trade union.
ټریډ یونین بله
ها trade union ګورم نوم نکلو د union څه مطلب؟
اتحادیه
اتحادیه یو ګروپ. صحیح ده. د دوی مقصد دی، د دوی مقصد دا چې کوم ارګنایزیشن د دوی ممبرز دي د هغوی پروټکشن دپاره کار کوي. یو پوینټ که هغوی کوم مشکلات دي ګورنمنټ سره یا نور کوم کمپیټر سره یا بل کوم پارټي سره، نو ټریډ یونین دوی سره هیلپ کوي چې هغه خپل مشکلات څنګه حل کړي. دین علاوه ټریډ یونین یو رولز ریګولیشن یو پرنسپلز هم سیټ کوي. که څوک په دې انډسټري کې اپریټ کیږي، کوم ارګنایزیشن د انډسټري ته راځي، نو باید دا رولز فالو کړي. مطلب پرایس فکس کړي چې دې پرایس نه هغوی کم شي نه خرڅوي، دې پرایس نه زیات نه خرڅوي،
ډېره زیاته
پروډکټ
مننه،
کوالټي به نه
تشکر.
خرابوي. نو they will have different rules and they will also publish their magazines. دوی به magazines هم ایشو کوي. magazine کې څه شی کوي؟ مختلف ممبر نه ډیټا کلیکټ کوي، هغه انالایز کوي، یو ریپورټ جوړوي، ډیفرنٹ ایوریج سټیټسټکس راوباسي چې په دې ایئر کې کوم کوم چینجز راغلل، څومره شي کوم فیکټر امپروو شو، کوم ځای کې مشکلات راغلل، نو هغه به مختلف ممبرز ته پرووایډ کوي چې هغوی خپل ډیسیژن میکینګ کې وکړي.
ډېره زیاته مننه، تشکر.
Okay, should I move on?
Yes.
So what are the needs? What are the needs of employee and trade union? Now, first of all, I will discuss about the employee. So employee will check this thing. First of all, security of employment. This thing is very important for them, whether the employment I have, it is secure or not. So what do you mean by security? How they will confirm the security of employment? Through profitability of organization. If organization is profitable, so this is the hint for the employee that organization will operate in the future also, and my job is secure. If organization is a loss-making organization, for example, organization established in 2015 loss-making period, 16 loss, 17 loss, so it means automatically it is a hint for the employee if this company is loss making company, so there is a chance that in the near future the company will make a decision that we are closing down our business. So it means it is a hint for me that I should find a new job. So mean they will check the security of employment through profitability of organization, whether the company will operate in the future or not. And future operation of a company is linked with the profitability of the company. Clear or not?
Clear. Financial position, it means.
Mean profitability. For employee,
Profitability.
profitability is important. If company is profitable,
Okay.
their job will secure. Company is loss making, company may make a decision that we are closing down the business. So employee will be in a risk. They will have to find new
Profit and
employment for
loss. Yeah.
themselves. Another thing that is very important for the employee is a chance of promotion. For example, if someone has been hired as an assistant in 2000 and now it is 2020, still that person is working at the same position, assistant. So it may not be acceptable to the different employee. They will check this thing. How much chance of promotion is there in organization? If organization has a culture of promotion, that will be a good factor for the employee. If organization don't have a culture of promotion, they are hiring the person and keeping it for a long period of time with the same position, so employee may not accept this thing. In terms of promotion, they that may not be clear, or they cannot be identified from the financial statement. It will be clear to the employee through other factor, to the internal management of the organization and the culture of organization. Third thing that is very important for the employee, that is salaries and benefit payments. How much salary the organization is paying them, and whether the organization is paying salary to them on time or not. This thing is very important. And salary payment to the employee is linked with the cash position of the
Organization.
organization. If organization has a cash, organization will make a payment to the employee in the form of salaries. If organization have a cash problem, so it is a hint for the employee that in the near future we may not receive the salary. It may take some time to get our salaries from the organization. So being these three things is very important for the employee: security of employment and salaries payment, and third one, promotion. Security of employment and salary can be assessed through the financial statements, while promotion is something that will be clear through other internal management decisions. For example, scope of business or expansion of the scope, growth to the organization. So automatically hint for the employee that organization is growing. So there may be more employee will be hiring, and some will be promoted to higher position, or some different position will be created in the structure, so the chance of promotion will be more. If organization scope of activity is not increasing, so it is hint for the employee that there may be less chance of the promotion in a short period of time. Clear or not?
Yes.
Clear.
Okay, so next
It
one
means
we
they
have
need two statements: statement of profit and loss and financial position, both of them.
statement of profit and loss and cash flow.
Cash
Financial
flow.
position is not
Cash flow.
that much important. Cash flow will be important. Statement of financial position will be indirectly linked with the promotion. Also, that if scope of activity is
Mhm.
increasing, automatically total assets value will increase. They may make further investment in other areas or other regions. So, mean total asset will increase, but directly it cannot be confirmed through the financial position. These two things can be confirmed: security of employment and salaries. Security of employment through statement of profit or loss, salaries payment through statement of cash
Mhm.
flow. Clear or
Thank
not?
you. Clear.
Okay. Next one, government and government agencies. So this is the easy one. Government is a user of financial statements. So what is the need of government? To find out how much tax will be collected from the
Organization.
individuals and companies. And this thing will be confirmed through Profitability. The more profitable the organization is, the more taxes will be paid to the government. Clear or not? For the
Clear.
government, statement of profit or loss importance. Government will look only statement of
Okay.
profit or loss. How much profitable this organization is. The more profitable, the more taxes will pay to the government. Supplier.
Government.
So what are the needs of supplier? For supplier, two things very important. Inventory level. Another thing, account, payables, payment. In simple, you can say inventory level and payments. So supplier, they are providing goods to the company. If company inventory level is already at a maximum level, so it is a hint for supplier that they should not purchase further thing. Why? The company inventory level is at a maximum level, so in the near future the company may not place any order to the supplier. If company inventory level is low, so it is a hint for a supplier that in a short period of time, the company may place order for the goods. So the more inventory level, supplier will do what? They will make a decision we should not purchase because our customers, they will not place any order. If inventory level is low, so it's a hint for a supplier that in the near future, our customer may place order and we must have inventory so that we can fulfill the order on time. Another thing for supplier will be important, that will be the payment. So normally supplier will sell goods to the customer on a credit basis. So payment is very important. So whether the company will pay their dues on time or not. So this thing they will confirm, and payment will be confirmed through statement of cash flow, and inventory level will be confirmed through statement of financial position, mean the asset side. So they will look inventory in the asset side. So if inventory figure is high, supplier will do what? They will make a decision we should not purchase. Why? Our customer will not place the order. If inventory level is low, they will purchase. And same for the payments. If company has high amount of liabilities and company cash balance is low, so it is a hint for a supplier that company may not pay dues on time. Clear or not? Supplier को मुश्किल नहीं ला रहे.
No.
Okay.
Nah.
Next one, customers. So customer is also the users of financial statement, and customer will use the financial statement to make their decision. Same like supplier, for the customer, which factor is very important? Inventory level is very important. So customer is doing what they are purchasing goods from the company. Supplier is doing what they are selling goods to the company. So if inventory level is high, it will be plus point for the customer, and customer will do what? That we should not bother about the situation. Our supplier already they have inventory. So if you are placing order to the supplier, they will fulfill it on time. If the inventory level of organization is low, it will not be good situation for the customer. So it means that if customer is placing order to the company will not fulfill the order quickly. So inventory level is very important for the customer. And another thing that is very important to the customer, that is going concern. So what is the going concern? Can someone explain going concern?
Are you asking us?
Going concern. So explain kawale shay.
Oh, going concern the customer the para.
मतलब customer the para do shizu important the organization ke. Customer the para sa important the inventory level aguri.
Inventory level दे.
इन्वेंट्री सुमर इन्वेंट्री लगे कि इन्वेंट्री ज्यादा ही हो कस्टमर खुशहाली की इन्वेंट्री कम है कस्टमर खफा कीगी द कस्टमर ऑर्डर पर टाइम न फुलफिल कीगी देम फैक्टर कस्टमर द पार इंपॉर्टेंट द गोइंग कंसर्न द कस्टमर पर कंपनी पर डिपेंडेंट द का कंपनी डिसीजन वाक न चिमक पर बिजनेस बंद हो ऑटोमेटिकली कस्टमर से की द बिजनेस में अफेक्ट कीगी Aba se badan double supplier biaguri. Clear or not?
Welcome. Welcome. Welcome.
Next one we have a public. So to the public, which factor is very important? So for public, financial situation is not that much important. Public will look the social side of the organization. What organization is doing for the society. Clear? So they will assess the company on this factors. What the organization is doing for the society, whether the organization is providing quality product to the market. So public will be happy that the company is very beneficial for us. They are providing goods which are high quality at a low price. Whether the company is creating jobs for the public. Another thing, how company is supporting the local government. Another thing, how company is promoting health facilities or promoting education facility in the society. So for a public, social factors are very important. They will not look whether the company is profitable or not, whether company investment is increasing or decreasing. Clear or not?
Yes.
So मुश्किल होने लग रही पकी.
No, no, no.
Next user we have a competitors. So competitors are those organizations who are operating in the same industry. Clear? For example, we have a two competitors here in the soft drinks, Alokoze. Another one we have a Habib Gulzar. Clear? We have in a banking sector we have different competitors like Azizi Bank, Bakhtar Bank. We have a Mavan Bank. So competitor mean those organizations who are operating in the same industry or sector. So competitor will also use our financial statement. They will assess our performance, whether our as compared to their performance, how our performance has been improved, whether our performance improved more or the organization performance is improved more. So for competitor, that thing will be very important, and they will also use the financial statement for their future plans and future tactics, that what we should do to be better than our competitors. So competitors will do what? They will use the company financial statement to assess the performance of the company, and they will make decision about future plan, what we should do in the next year so that we can be better than our competitors. Clear or not?
Competitors. Clear.
Last one we have management. Now what is management? We have studied that management means the directors who are running the company on behalf of the shareholders. So management will also use the financial reports. Financial reports and data as part of the management information system. Now this thing is very important. Management is not using the financial reports or financial statement for their decision making. The financial reports, the financial statement, that will be used as a base for the management reports. So management will need a detailed information for their decision making. So they will not only use the financial report, they will do what? They will take the financial report, they will take the financial data, and they will analyze, or they will use that data to produce management related reports which they will use for their decision making. Clear or not?
Clear.
So these were different users we have, and they have a different needs. So they are using the company statement, analyze those statements, and make their decision regarding their needs. Anyone have a
Hmm.
question in the users? कोई मुश्किल क्वेश्चन होने लग रही क्वेश्चन होने लग रही यूजर्स
لا إن شاء الله.
clear
يا
ना?
جاتا معنا التشكر.
So today we have studied about users, and I think meeting is also completing. We have only 2 minutes remaining in it. I'm going to stop it. So should we move on to the next lecture, or should we start that in the next on the next day? What we should do? बल lecture शुरू का बस then how रहे? Hello.